Welcome back to Inspirations for Whole Wellness. I'm Lida Sportel, licensed psychotherapist and a health coach. And I help you break free. I help you break free from what's keeping you from really tapping into who you truly are and expressing who you truly are. And today I want to talk about that part of us called the little ego. And it's not little, it doesn't feel like it's little. Most of the time it feels like it's all of us, but it's not all of us. It's very little. And I want to talk about how the ego is really tripping us up and how it's really convincing us about things. And we believe in it. So it's not just the ego's fault. We believe in it. And we have another choice. We have the choice to not believe it. So I want to talk about that, and I want to use the work of Dr. Wayne Dyer, which I love his work. I love Wayne Dyer. He is incredible. And I'm reading right now his book, In-Spiration. And there is a section in his book that talks about these aspects of the ego and what the ego says, and then compares that with what the Holy Spirit says. Holy Spirit is our right mind, is our higher self, is our connection to source. It's our inspiration. Inspiration, the spirit coming in the body, that's the Holy Spirit. That is bringing that spirit within, the Holy Spirit within. And he is combining A Course in Miracles, which you know by now, I love A Course in Miracles, and also the work of Gary Renard in his book, The Disappearance of the Universe. I don't know if you've read that book. I read that book a long time ago, and it's incredible. It's an incredible book that helped you understand A Course in Miracles even more deeply. But anyway, this is not about all the books. This is about how Wayne Dyer came up with these few different sections of what the ego says and how it's so opposite from the truth. And I want to read to you some of these sections, and I want to have a discussion because I really feel it can help us see what's tripping us up and what we can do about it. So the first thing, I'm not going to read the first thing, but one of the things that he says is the ego says that your thoughts are very important. So the ego believes that every thought that I have is very important and is very real. And I got to do something about it. And I listen to all my thoughts, and I take them very seriously. The Holy Spirit, though, says, only thoughts you think with God are real. Nothing else matters. So I want you to sit with that for a second. Your true self, your higher self, tells you only the thoughts you think with God, only the thoughts you think with Source are real. Nothing else matters. The ego, though, says, no, the thought you have about how, what are you going to do with work because there's not enough money, and the thought about how, what's going on around us and in the world and what you heard in the news and what this person is saying we need to do and what happened with your kid and all the things every day are very real and very important. And the Holy Spirit says, sorry, you got it wrong. Only the thoughts you think with God, with Source, are actually real. So how are you going to navigate the thing with your health, the thing with money, the thing with your kid? Yeah, I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you with that. But let's have thoughts that you think with God, and then you can really navigate really easily and beautifully whatever is going on with your kid or your health or money. If you try to resolve the money, the health, the kid, the whatever it is, through the ego's thought system and the thoughts that the ego has, good luck. It's not going to work. You're probably here stuck because it hasn't worked, because you're done with the ego. and all the thoughts of the ego. So to me, it's just really helpful when I can remember that sometimes I get just all my thoughts, especially in the past, they were so nonstop. And I was trying to fix them. I was trying to do all the techniques we learn in psychotherapy to replace the thoughts and fix the thoughts. And I'm not against that. I actually use part of that work in my programs still. But the way I approach it when I help my clients work with their thoughts is not from the perspective of, oh, this is such a real thought. Let's now find another ego thought to replace the ego thought. No, we go beyond ego thoughts because they're not real. This ego construct we have believed in so much is not real. Wayne Dyer says, when we were totally immersed in spirit, we only had thoughts of spirit because that's all we were. When we left it behind, which is another conversation for another time of how we left behind Source, but Source cannot be left behind. We think we left it behind. Source is who we are. There's no leaving behind, but that's a whole other conversation. So when we left it behind, we opted for thoughts that our ego told us were important. A Course in Miracles tells us that we didn't even have to think in heaven because we were thought by God. So we can access permanent inspiration by letting ourselves once again be thought by God and achieve a state of heaven on earth. We can access permanent inspiration. Inspiration, we can. By letting ourselves again be thought by God. Letting ourselves. We don't have to try to be thought by God. And that's how we achieve a state of heaven on earth. That's how we do it. That's how we change the ego paradigm. The ego paradigm doesn't believe that there could be inspiration, that there could be heaven on earth. The ego paradigm loves problems, loves separation, loves guilt, loves shame, loves anger, hatred, love only under conditional terms. What if we were to change that paradigm by realizing that only the thoughts I think with God are real and nothing else matters? So when I get tripped up during my day by all the different thoughts that I have, what if I started noticing them and practice some mindfulness to look at all my thoughts, but I wasn't tripped up by all the crazy thoughts I have every day. I knew that they're not real. What a relief that would be. And that's my personal experience when I practice this and when I really notice all these different thoughts and all these different fears and the what ifs and the this and that and that and that. And what if in the moment, not what if, but in the moment that I actually choose to see that they're not real because I'm not thinking them with God. Only the thoughts I think with God are real. Because I am Source, I am part of Source, I am part of God, I am God-like. We are all Source in a body. It doesn't feel like we are because we are in this physical 3D dense reality. It feels pretty foreign actually. And it took me a while to feel like I could feel in this body, I could feel Source. But when we can feel that, then all the thoughts every day that are going on and on and on and on, and what would I do with this? Oh, I gotta deal with that. Oh, this came up. Oh gosh, this too. Oh, what an idea about that. I should do that one day. Only the thoughts I think with God are real. So what a relief that will be when we can practice that every day and we can bring heaven on earth. So I'll be practicing that, and I hope you will practice that with me. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be practicing that with me. And come and join me inside the Whole Wellness Method Facebook group if you're not already part of that beautiful community. Come and join me there. And we have a really awesome challenge coming up end of May. Even if you're watching this after May, still come and join us because you will catch the replays in there. It's going to be powerful 5-5-5 challenge from 5 fears to 5 freedoms in 5 days. I'm so excited to bring this work to you and with my whole team and this beautiful work that we're putting together so that we can keep bringing heaven on earth. So I'll see you next time, leaving you in whole wellness. Bye-bye.